Yeah, it's never gonna happen.
Yep. Moving it on here, we got
Bloody
Chicago, according to
cuckolds.
Bovada, Brad, +5. Betting community has officially given up on Chicago. Chicago +5 at Philadelphia.
Can we talk about Matt Nagy
Yeah.
at the end of the game? Do you know what he did?
Yeah, he sat on the ball.
Dude, that's a big deal. You had a timeout. Why are you sitting on the ball? Why?
Here's what confused me about. Oh, did have a timeout?
Yes. There was a
You know what that tells
timeout.
you? You know
There
what
was
that
like
tells you?
20 seconds left. Well, it tells you he's scared of them
Trubisky.
making a mistake.
He's scared of Trubisky throwing the ball. That's
You get the
exactly what it
ball
is.
as close as possible.
I'm
Close as possible.
I was surprised that they did it. I'm not gonna convince that decision. What I found odd though about that, Brad, is they took the knee right there before the play, right, to make it the last play of the game. And Trubisky takes the snap and he takes the knee and they put it on the hash. And usually when a kicker, and this is, I mean, I could be wrong about this. I'm not Eddie Pinheiro. I don't know like what hash he likes the ball on. But usually as a kicker, you want the hash to be on the hook side. So I would have thought he would have preferred it as a right-footed kicker to be on the right hash, so that he could hook it in if that was the case. And Trubisky left it on the left hash. I think that was an error. My guess, in the very least, if he took that ball, you would expect him to take the snap, run into the middle of the hash marks, and just dive, right? There are kickers who prefer to be on a hash, but it's usually, like I said, the one where you can hook it in if your form goes bad. But
Listen,
that
look
was
at that
weird.
kick,
I think Trubisky effed up that snap. Nobody's talking about it because of the field goal kicker is getting the heat and Nagy's getting heat. But I think Trubisky literally, I think he took that snap and
put
he
it on
and he
the wrong
bombed
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's
How
no way
many
to know
times
for
do you
sure,
see
but
quarterbacks take a snap and then dive into the middle so that they can give their kicker the center of the hash, right?
right. Dude, but look at that kick, man. If they were 5 yards closer, I think that thing goes through.
Yeah, it hooked. Or if he was on the other hash, it would have gone through. Or if it was in the middle, it would have gone through.
It's just I've been watching this game for 30 years. And there is no situation where you wouldn't think, well, I want to get this ball as close as possible.
You know what? I'm telling you, because I didn't realize they had the timeout. So I missed that part of it. If they had a timeout and they didn't want to do it, I can tell you with confidence that's Nagy saying, I don't trust Trubisky to not take a sack or to not throw a pick. That's what it is. This is an issue, this Mitch Trubisky thing. Brad, you and I were on this early. We ate some crow last year, but we've been, okay, let's see what he can do after, defensive coordinators have a year of tape. This is a real issue. It's a betting issue for us because we don't – I mean, you're a Packers fan, so you don't like the Bears anyway. I really don't care. In fact, I live in Chicago. I don't care about this team, but it would actually be good because people are in a lot better mood when the Bears win. So for that reason – I prefer the Bears to win games, but this Trubisky thing, experiment over. I liked your idea from last week, trade for Cam Newton, but I don't think I don't think Carolina's even gonna let him go. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, once again, Brad, we didn't make a pick here. Chicago +5 at Philly.
I'm gonna go with Philly for sure. Yeah.
I'm actually going to take Chicago to cover this game. I'm going to take Philly to win and Chicago to cover.
I am also going to take Chicago for sure.
Yeah, you're taking the 5.
I am. Just when everybody gives up on them, I think they
So
they're not doormats.
My beef, and I said this last week with the Chicago preview with the Chargers. I said, Chicago their defense has been punched in the face 2 weeks in a row, and I can't remember. I know one of them was Oakland, and then somebody else ran the ball up and down the field on them. I can't remember who it was offhand. And I thought, the Chargers are a team that want to run the ball up the middle with Melvin Gordon and come in with Austin Eckler. I thought that the Chargers were going to give them a problem. The Chicago's defense played lights out, dude. I was looking at the stats. I was looking at all the game. I watched some of the game. They played lights out. They should have won that game. And so this defense, I feel like, is back. I'm not worried about that run game anymore. Philadelphia really, until last week against Buffalo, couldn't get the run game going. I think Philadelphia is probably at this point the better team, and I think the difference is Carson Wentz versus Mitch Trubisky at this point. But I think Philly wins a close game. I think Chicago covers here because I think Chicago's defense is going to keep them in it, man. I'm back on the Chicago defense after their 2 week little hiccup with the run game. But fantasy football wise, Trubisky's a sit. I don't like the running backs this week. Yes, I know David Montgomery. I predicted that, by the way, but I'm back off of David Montgomery. Allen Robinson is a start, and Trey Burton is definitely a sit. It's definitely a sit. Philadelphia, I don't even love Philadelphia here. If you're going to start a running back, I would say it's Miles Sanders. I almost called him Miles Davis. Miles Davis. Miles Sanders. Peeing your pants is cool. Consider me Miles Davis.
Nice.
Yeah, Philadelphia. I don't like Carson Wentz this week. I think it's a tough matchup defensively. I think Philadelphia is going to attack Chicago using the tight ends. Zach Ertz is pissing me off. I think Chicago will be too physical for him. So I actually like Dallas Goedert more than Zach Ertz this week.